Hey, it's John McFie, the numbers guy here, and I wanted to cut this video this evening because there's a lot of great people out there that are in for a big surprise. It has to do with student loans. People are graduating from college with this brand new degree, but they're also bringing something else with them, a big mountain of debt. And one way that they're coping with that debt is using student loan income-based repayment. Essentially, that's a program where the government steps in, says, hey, we'll give you a lower payment and just let the balance on your student loans keep going up. And if you still have a loan 20, 25 years down the road, hey, don't worry about it. We'll forgive the balance. So far, on the surface, it sounds pretty good, but there are a couple pitfalls that you need to be aware of, and these pitfalls are why some people could be in for a big surprise. But now that you're watching this video, you won't have to be surprised about that. So let's take a look here. This is an example I shared at the Wealth Summit in 2015 here in Las Vegas. We'll cut to the computer screen here. A lot of people that we're working with are graduating from college with $100,000 to $200,000 of debt. This particular example that crossed my desk was $145,000 student loan balance, as he was paying 6.8% on a 25-year income-based repayment. His payments were starting out pretty low at $43.16 a month, but it's based on his income. That's what income-based repayment is based upon. You have to file every year, and they look at your income, and they say, okay, based on what you're making, how many dependents you have, and all of these factors, we're going to assign a loan repayment amount, a monthly payment amount for your student loans this year. So every year you send that in, and so it's going to change over the period of time. So we're going to assume $43.16 a month going up to $200 in year 4, up to $500 in year 11, up to $1,000 in year 18, all the way out to 25 years down the road. Now, that's going to increase the balance on that student loan. So we look at that, the balance has increased over these 25 years to just over $500,000. And most people say, well, no problem. The government's going to forgive that, right? Right, but it comes at a cost. Because that $500,000, when they forgive that student loan, now that $500,000 becomes income. And that's one of the reasons that people could be in for a big surprise. You think $500,000 of income in 1 year, in addition to whatever else you're making, is going to change your income tax bracket? You bet it will. That becomes income, and let's just say it's a flat 20% tax on this $500,000. Well, that would trigger a tax bill of $100,000. Based on how much money you're making in other areas of your life, that could be more or less for the year. But either way, it's not a good picture. You see, there's something else that comes along with income-based repayment program. What that is it incentivizes you to keep your income low, below a certain threshold. I think for this particular case that crossed my desk, it was $110,000, $120,000 per year. So you're keeping your income down. It's really a negative factor on creativity and finding ways to serve more people. That just doesn't enter the picture. But the point is, you're keeping your income low, just above $100,000 a year, and now you have a tax bill of $100,000 come along. That's almost all the money that you're making in an entire year. You think that's going to be a financial hardship? Well, some people say, well, if you know it's coming, you can prepare for it. And that's true. If you know it's coming along, you can prepare for it. And one good way that you could prepare for that, if you already have the student loan thing going, is that you can save up money in a life insurance policy, somewhere where you can access that money. Somewhere where it will do something for you during those 25 years while you're saving it and putting it away to help meet this tax bill. That can be a good strategy. If you want to talk with us about that, give our office a call at 702-660-7000. But hey, if you haven't already gone to college, or if you know somebody that hasn't, you might encourage them to look at the alternatives. One of those alternatives could be seeing how you can minimize the amount of student loans that you have to take in order to get your education. Maybe that means working a couple jobs as you go through school. I know some people who have chosen to do that. Perhaps maybe even consider not going to college at all. That's an option that I considered and one that was worthwhile for me. You know, I understand if you have to be a doctor or an engineer, you might have to go get a degree, but not everyone has to have a degree to be successful and very specialized. They don't have to have a degree to be very educated in their line of work. So consider this. You may not need a college degree if your field of work doesn't require one. That's an option to consider. And just because you don't have a college degree doesn't mean that you don't have to be as successful as the other people who did go to college and incur all that debt. In fact, you may even be more successful. If you check out the website collegedropouthallofFame.com, that's a great example that a lot of rich and famous people, a lot of people on this list that you'll know, did not have a college degree. Some of them attended college, some of them dropped out, some of them even dropped out of high school. So check out that list. You'll enjoy that. And feel free to give me a call if you're considering whether college is the right option for you. I can share my journey through that, and maybe that'll be of help. And we can also help you explore the financial consequences of going to college versus not going to college. And then when you have all that information together, you'll be able to make a better decision. So I hope this helps. Again, this is something that's been weighing on my mind, and I wanted to get it out there so that at least you have the information, or the people that you know and love have the information so they don't have to be burdened with an undue amount of student loan debt and a government promise of help with the income-based repayment that could turn around and bite a lot of great people. I'd hate to see that happen, and hopefully this video will help keep that from happening.